Hey Ghost Schools and Library Girls, what's up? So, today I wanted to talk about a non-canonical soulmate AU between Reed and Juliet, where soulmate A can kiss away soulmate B's scars, and soulmate A will experience the pain of that scar, but the scar itself will disappear, and instead open and quickly close on soulmate A. I can't decide if I want that last bit to be true. Probably not. Anyways, I was thinking of like a 4+1 fic, or it's called a 5+1, but honestly, I'm too lazy for 5. So a 4+1. And a 4+1, and I can't decide if I want to be Juliet or Reed, but I really want it to be Reed because I feel like it'd be way cuter and way softer if it was him. Right? Where it's like, no, I think I got it, right? So the first time it happens, the first time they find out, it was an accident. Reed didn't know there was a scar there, but he felt the pain-ish. I don't even think he would. I don't think he would have felt the pain. But the faint discoloration that was there from one of the few scars Julia does have disappears. And for a moment, he thinks, that's weird. Maybe it was always that way. Because the idea that he's found his soulmate doesn't cross his mind. And so the second time it happens, and it's a more prominent scar, Reed didn't mean, the first 3 times Reed didn't mean to kiss it. He just sort of pressed his mouth there and it was gone. So the second time it happens, I imagine it's after, I think it's going to be a few weeks after Ramona, no, it's the first cigarette burn ever. She attempted to follow after Reed, and in doing so, hurt herself. And so when he presses his mouth to it, and it disappears, it freaks him out. But he's not really sure if that's what it is. The idea of, out of 7 billion people, it's her, and he got so lucky that he found her first try. It didn't make sense to him. There's no way that he could have been this lucky. There's no way it could have been her. Could it have been? So when he makes it go away, it takes him by surprise. He doesn't try something like that again for a long while, and he doesn't tell her about it, not the first time or the second time. But the third time, I imagine it's weeks after, you know? It's been a few weeks after Ramona's branch thing. God, I'm really bad at this. Anyways, I imagine it's after Ramona's branch thing, where she's been cut wrist to elbow, and Reed decides to sit her down, and he looks at her and he says, so we're soulmates. And she looks back at him, and she sort of laughs. She's like, what? I don't think, really? You're not just joking with me, right? And as proof, he takes her hand and he kisses the scar, and it's gone, and it sort of hurts, but not enough for him to be in a lot of pain. It's sharp for a moment, and then it throbs, and then the pins and needles come, it's like that for a few days. The scar anyways, but when she sees that, he made the scar disappear, and for a moment, he sort of raised it, an area, this elbow, got pinkish and red, or pinkishly red and slightly feverish, and then disappeared, even if the pain didn't. It shocked her, and she looked at him, and she stared, and for a moment she's absolutely speechless. And he looks back at her, nervous, of course. And she says, "Is this, okay, so you're my soulmate, and when did you find this out?" And so they go over the last 2 times, and how he sort of convinced himself that this isn't something that was truly real. And so when the 4th time comes around, and the 2 of them are discussing through the emotions that came with pushing her down the hill, when he pushed her down the hill, it's a few weeks, maybe even a month or so after, and they're talking with one another, and she looks at him and she says, "I can't forget. It's here every time I look. What do you want me to say? You pushed me down a hill." He sort of shrinks back a little, and he just decides, fine, now make it go away. Yeah, that sort of thing. I don't know. Shit. And he says to her, "Give me your arm." And she does, and because the kisses are so far and few between, and she isn't really allowed to do so for him, he takes her arm, or she forgets, and so when he takes her arm, and ever so slowly, he brings it up to his mouth. He presses a kiss to a fading scar, and it's gone, and for a moment, the 2 of them are absolutely breathless. She's unsure of how to react. She knows what she said, but she wasn't sure if she wanted him to take that pain. That hurt a lot for her. That something so small wouldn't hurt for him. And so she sat there, and for a moment, she wasn't sure. And for the moment, Reed fully got it. This want, her expressed want to kiss away every scar. To make the memories with it fade too. And while he gets that, he wants to, and it surprises him that he does, that he wants to make it go away. And so he does, sorta. I think he does. I think he does kiss them, and she's unsure if she should stop it or if she even wants him to stop. But she lets him take control instead, putting her trust back into him. And he kisses a majority of them away, besides the few minor ones, or the few ones that end up a bit higher than is maybe more comfortable to be down with. But this is the moment when he gets it. And so, after much time, long after they are sent to the hospital and long after they are shot at and long after all those moments, they are finally away, finally gone from town. The leaves are falling, they're out in the world, far away from that town, and I imagine they're at hot springs. And the two of them are being sweet and being close, and it's lovely, and it's so cute, or whatever. It's quiet. It's nice. Neither one feels the need to fill the air with noise. And she is suddenly filled with the overwhelming need. It isn't a want for her or an urge, it is the need to make one of them disappear. And so she puts her hand over one, a long one, a belt one that really hurt him, and if she's given consent to do so, would also really hurt her. And he takes a very long moment before even making a move. He doesn't move away from her or pressing closer to her. Instead, the two of them are just there for minutes, and it drags on and on until finally he gives a faint nod and he holds his breath, and she kisses it and it disappears, and then she holds his hand and she starts crying. Of course it hurts. It hurt for him, it hurts for her. But the scar is gone, and it makes her feel better, even if she is in pain. And once it calms down, once it takes a moment, he just breathes. He just breathes, and the two of them just breathe, and like it never even happened. They carry on, having fun, hanging out, and taking a long breath. They found each other out of billions and billions of people. They are one of the very few lucky ones who met long before more could be added. More scars, and more scars that are going to be near impossible to make go away, not without someone else's help. But they did. They made each other out of everyone and everything. They got it right. And so with that, I have to tell you good night, good morning, good afternoon, and goodbye. I'll see you all next time.